All right, welcome back, guys. This is GDPUSD, and this was my favorite pair for last week, which I received some reactions, and I was able to partake in the buy side, and also I took some loss, also, and also it was fun taking GU, and I feel like GU is the only pair that I feel like I'm trading also this week. Why? Because GU seems to have some directional bias with DXY. Yes, we have some directional bias with DXY. It correlates equivalently and it moves exactly how DXY move this week. Sometimes it might be lagging and it might not move on time, but this week DXY really did move, and we closed a little bit bigger than that of DXY. If you see that DXY candle, you realize that it didn't close as big as this. It closed a little bit smaller, so DXY really closed big. And diving into DXY, let's see what happened in DXY. DXY has an unmitigated supply on the monthly, which was in this zone. I think 3 months. Okay, yeah, 3 months is the reaction zone. We've not seen a break of structure yet. We've not seen a change of character yet. Sorry. So we have this break of structure, and we have this OB tested already. This is the unmitigated one, which created a liquidity. Price didn't get into it, so this is a liquidity before the zone. So expectation for the XY is bullish bias to take price in here, and we target this supply. That's just for bullish bias, but because we have some unmitigated supplies ahead, we might have some liquidity zones to be here, and like this was the liquidity zone that was taken, so this might be my probably industrial fund this might be my industrial supply because of this liquidity that was taken, and price might react to this zone when price gets to this zone. So I'll probably look for sell setups in here, but because we are still far away from where we are, so let's go down to weekly as we've seen. So since my monthly bias is bullish, on my weekly I realized that I'm also bullish. I have one unmitigated here and another unmitigated here, so this present one is actually reacting. So if this should take out this, then if price comes back here, I think this is where we have a little reaction to be taken out. So we are just expecting bullish order flow to take power in this zone. So on a daily, what do we have on a daily? Wow, now on a daily, price tends to have order flow. This is the order flow here. Order flow keeps going, and presently we are in this order flow. So for anything for this order flow not to hold, we are coming back to this. So it's just as DXY, because DXY also has order flow that was following. So we tend to see some other flow also on 4 hour, but because of a larger view, we see that a lot of liquidity was taken before a break of structure, and this demand seems to have a lot in common. This demand has a lot in common. Okay, so this is the demand. So we have price tapping, we have a reversal into this zone, and we have a revisit. Then we have strong candles. This is a very strong candle, but it didn't close bullish. It closed down inverted. We have armor. You can see this like a doji. We have inverted shooting star or inverted armor. So presently we've broken this high, which signifies we take the low and we take the high, which signifies that this origin has something to do. Now inside this origin we have a industrial demand where the low was taken before the high was taken also, just as this happened inside. So we have a double confirmation of this buy setup in this place now. So let's go down to 4 hour to see what we have. Now 4 hour also have order flow. You can see the order flow of 4 hour as it moves. Now we are presently in the last order flow, and we can see some reaction that seems like we are coming down to this zone, and this zone is mitigated in 4 hour and daily, and also on a lower time frame. On a 15 minute, I think it's a doji candle. If you go to 15 minutes, no, that's not it. Yeah, this is it here. This is it on a 15 minutes. So let me zoom in on a 15 minutes. So this is it on a 15 minutes. This doji candle here, and how powerful doji candle is. But sometimes I don't like holding doji candle. Why? 15 minutes. 15 minute demand. So in here, I hope you're not sure on other time frame. Okay. So in here, I would love to see a reaction from this demand, but presently I took some loss last week in probably this zone. Was it this zone? No, it was here. Yeah, I was expecting price to quickly come down to this zone, so I was selling off from here. I sold off and I left my phone and went to do something else, and when I came back I realized that I was taken out here, and I came back to see that what happened. This origin is the next, but I didn't take any supply here. I just wait to see some reaction in this supply, and I saw that this supply reacted to this demand, came back to this supply. I couldn't take it out. If you see, couldn't take it out, couldn't take the supply out, so the supply held, and we have a change of character, which signifies that this buy to sell will be revisited. I didn't even pay attention to it again when I saw that, because it was, I think it was on Friday, so I didn't pay attention to it. So I saw now that we have tapped into the supply, we have a liquidity taken, break of structure, we now have a liquidity ahead of it, order flow, we now have order flow. So this order flow is another problem. Once you have order flow before a proper demand, this order flow might push price down, and if the demand is the major bias, then it might come back and take that demand to go. But this is a supply, and order flow started creating before that supply, which is sent to be liquidity. So hopefully this is an industrial supply, because it took out liquidity before dropping, so price might revisit this and not come down to this immediately. So we might have some form of like if we see this come down here and give a reaction here, we might go, and if it goes as high as taking out this, then my limit will be here to go down. So I have this on 15 minutes. I don't want it on monthly. I want it on monthly also. So this is the reaction zone. So we might also have a reaction in here, but there's a liquidity below it, so I'm not really going to pay more attention until I see some good reaction. Hopefully, whichever way price zones, I just have my supply zones and demand zone on a lock. I think I don't need this 4 hour again because I don't want it to disturb me on a lower time frame. So yeah, this is where we at. And if I see a reaction here, if I see a sell-off here, I may target this zone and quickly take out the profit. But if I see something here, I know that this reaction might give me a pullback and we have to drop. But here is a break-even zone. It's better I just take maybe 1 to how many pips here. Everything here is 65 pips, so this one should not be much. This is, let's say, 35 pips, because everything is 65 pips to this liquidity is 65 pips. So it's just a reaction that, okay, it's about 60 pips. Just a reaction that you have to be careful about, and you have to know how to buy yourself. You have to know how to find your good entry by yourself. So this is the view that I have on GU, and I have my bias to sell off to the demand so I can buy off in demand. But this respect has to go also with DXY, and also this demand must give me a confirmation. I must see a confirmation in this demand, because with DXY, with the way it's going, this demand might be taken. And if this demand gets taken, I really see that we have a lot of liquidity. But I was hoping we can get into this zone. If this gets taken, then I really wish we can get into this zone. If this gets taken, I will just wait and let price form something I can really read, and if I can't read it, I'll just let it go for now, so that it could come back into play and I can see exactly what is going on. But this is the best demand I can figure out in this zone. You can see that this zone is also on a daily. You can see it takes out this low, still inside this guy. It took out this guy and it boom. So this zone is still the same zone I'm looking at on a lower scale, which is also here. So I feel this I'm sure this supply will sell off to this side on the higher time frame. So lower time frame might have some zigzag, don't be disturbed, but this is where I'm really worried. I'm looking at to buy. Okay, I think that's that on GU. So let's go to another pair